So it's the 23rd of July, 8:38 p.m. And this is Dan doing his video diary number 1. Okay, Dan. So let's start with, what are your first thoughts of PNG?
My first thoughts of PNG. I suppose it would be a lot more expensive than what I thought. We went to the supermarket the other day and was quite surprised by the cost of things. Just a 1 litre of long life milk costs about $3.50 Australian, just a bit under that. The Coke's still cheap, and meat's fairly expensive. It will be out of our price range while we're here. But other than that, the people are very nice. Seen a few people chewing their betel nut, spitting it around. A lot of signs telling you not to chew betel nut as well. So my first thoughts are overall pretty positive and feel quite safe.
And just quickly, what did you think of that meal that we had for lunch, and how much was it?
The meal we had for lunch, I think it was 13 kina, which is about $6.50. It was a chicken curry and it tasted quite nice. There just wasn't much edible chicken in that, just a lot of bones with rice, but overall wasn't too bad.
Okay. What are your thoughts of first thoughts of Kiunga Hospital?
My first thoughts of the hospital. Well, we had a quick tour yesterday. It was a bit bigger than what I was expecting. It's got defined wards for TB, maternity, medical, and I'm not too sure. And emergency as well. There's a HIV clinic as well located out near the airport where most of that goes to. And they've also got a specific STI clinic on the grounds of the hospital, along with pathology and X-ray all in the hospital as well. So yeah, it's a lot bigger than what I thought, but it's basic. I will take some footage of this later, but the thermometer, we had to wait 5 minutes on an old school mercury thermometer underneath the arm, heated up for a girl with malaria today. There's like no gloves. Finger prick was a little bit of metal, and they just stabbed her with a bit of metal and then bled her out. So very basic and minimalist approach. And
why did you choose PNG and Kiunga?
Originally I was interested in heading to Timor-Leste, to a clinic there, just to try a different, more developing world kind of medicine that's also close to Australia. I didn't want to go over the other side of the world, I wanted to do something close to home, and this provided the perfect opportunity in East Timor. And then QRME came up with their program to do this, and it just sounded like a really good idea, and it also provides a bit of opportunity ongoing with setting up the PNG project through Hope for Health, and just something with a different language, different culture.
And what do you want to learn while you're here?
I think I want to improve my overall skill set, and just get back to the core basics of clinical diagnosis. There's nothing fancy here, it's just simple, basic medicine. And I think really improving those skills whilst we're here would be beneficial. But I also want to give back a bit as well. Hopefully teach someone some skills or leave an impression in some positive way. And obviously the normal attraction of a climate like this is tropical diseases as well, your malaria, TB and other infectious disease.
What do you want to learn? What are you most interested in?
What am I most interested in? Probably ED and outpatients, which is just kind of like a GP clinic, just to see the vast variety and different presentations that they come as. That'd probably be the number one. But then also the outreach clinics as well, and going out in the communities and just experiencing that different kind of medicine, but also the different culture as well, trying to learn a bit more about the language and the people that are here.
What have you learnt so far?
What have I learnt so far? Well, in the 45 minutes I was at hospital, I saw a diagnosis of malaria, TB, gonorrhea, and then arthritis, pain post-trauma injury in the knee. So I've kind of learned that, particularly with my first exposure with malaria. If you have a temperature, you have malaria, and they do have the rapid testing, but they generally go by the assumption that if you have a high temperature, you have malaria.
And what are the challenges that you foresee?
One of the biggest challenges I thought would be language, with the English and Pidgin English barrier there. However, the majority of people do speak basic English, and I'm finding that I can understand Pidgin or pick out words from Pidgin and get the context of a sentence more so than actually being able to speak Pidgin back to someone. So that's one of the challenges. And I suppose the other one is just accepting how things are done here. As Murillo talked in his diary, it's a lot slower. Nothing's in a rush. And from what I saw, even though they might see a little time, they're not as thorough generally for the examinations as well. But I'm willing to go with the flow, so see how it goes.
Alright, cool. Anything else that you'd like to say?
No, it's a pretty cool opportunity. Looking forward to going to the hospital tomorrow now that we've settled into our house. And make the most of the 6 weeks we're here. And just have a good time.
Thanks, Dan.